Yo, yo, yo. I'm back at it again. Again. Human beings are computers. Y'all probably like, man, Quan, what you talking about? I mean what I just said. Human beings are computers. Let me explain. This might be a long video, y'all. When you born, what are you? You're an empty vessel, prepped and ready for knowledge, for programs, for understanding, for things to live by. These are things that are going to determine how you act, your personality, even your speech patterns. Every little thing about you is going to determine what you learned from ages like, I'm going to say 0 because like there's months. From age 0 to like age 16. Now as you get older past 16, stuff becomes harder to learn. Or depending on if you were born a genius, it depends. But anyway. All these things are programming you to act and be a certain way as you get older. So if you're born into a hood scenario, that's how you're going to act, like a hood person, like a ghetto person. If you're born into a suburban scenario, you're going to act like a suburban person. If you're born in the wilderness, you're going to adapt to living in the wilderness. You're not going to know what civilization really is. I think if you're born on the moon, your whole personality and who you are as a person is going to be based off you living on the moon. Now I say that to say this. Why do y'all think Asian kids be so gifted? When they born, from ages 1, 2, 3, they're being taught to stretch every day. They're being taught the proper things to eat. They're being taught you need to learn how to play the violin, how to play the piano. It be little 6, 5-year-olds be playing the violin like they 36 years old. Because they parents understand that the human body is a biological computer. Whatever you program it with in the early stages of life, that's how it's gonna be as it gets older. How do you think your cell phone works? How do you think your laptop works? It's programmed and then it's put into a box and sent to a store for you to buy. Without them programs in it, it would literally be nothing. It would just be this big old hunk of just crystallized metals and shit that you can't even do nothing with. So I say that to say this. Things like psychology and biochemistry are extremely important when it comes to growing up. I feel like our parents should teach us about biology, biochemistry, and psychology when we like toddlers. I feel like this is what we should be learning. So we could choose what we want to learn and how we want to be as we grow older, instead of just being told what to be, or just falling in with a group of peers and just doing what they do. That's called sheep mentality. You're not being your own person. You're not being unique like God designed you to be. You're just being a sheep, looking for a shepherd. That's what you're being. Now I said all that to say this. I don't really give a damn how people feel about it, because I understand psychology, and I understand a lot of y'all just aren't going to understand where I'm coming from. But let me see if I can break it down as best I can. I know y'all have seen that new movie, well, not new movie, that new TV show, Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, a lot of people just look at him as the Milwaukee Monster and all this extra shit. They be calling him all these labels. A lot of y'all like say he was born evil, he was possessed by a demon. Y'all just like to put this simplistic ass shit on him, and you don't even try to understand him. I don't want to understand him. He was a serial killer. He was a monster. He was a cannibal. But do you know why he was like that though? Did you even pay attention to the movie, or was you just happy to see the parts where he was killing people? Or was you just entertained by all the little antics he was doing? Do you even care why he acted the way he acted? Are y'all forgetting this was an actual human being with emotions and feelings and life experiences that shaped him into what he was? Or do y'all even care? Now, as you've seen in the movie, now we're just going off of what they told us in the movie, because everything in that movie was what Jeffrey Dahmer told them in his interviews. Man, it's a little humid out here. Now, from the time he was a little child, he had no friends at all. The only people in school he talked to were not his friends. Those were just people that let him hang around them because he would be weird or goofy and it would make them laugh. But they didn't want to hang out with him. They didn't want to be his friend. He just made them laugh. That right there in and of itself was psychologically damaging to him, because he didn't have an actual connection with these people. They were just laughing at him. And he didn't want to be alone, so he just dealt with it. Another thing, his parents never showed him any actual love, sympathy, or empathy. Now, like I said previously, everything you become in life is all determined by the programming you had as a child. He was never programmed to understand sympathy. These things aren't natural, people. These are things we learn going throughout life. These things are learned. Emotions are natural, but a lot of the emotions we have are learned behavior. And the brain develops to release these certain chemical reactions so you feel this emotion. So, all that being said, he was never programmed to understand or even experience sympathy, empathy, or love. That's what we call it. So how was he going to feel any type of sympathy or empathy for the things he did when he was never programmed or taught to even know what they are? Even in the TV show, when he found a dude that he actually liked and the dude actually cared for him, he didn't know how to react because he already had psychological damage from the past of being abandoned all the time. He had abandonment issues. His parents abandoned him. Everybody abandoned him. So when he found somebody that he actually cared for and that actually cared for him, he didn't know what to do. And then when he said, "I have to go and I'll be back," you think Jeff believed him? No, because he has his programming only knows abandonment. So you saying you're going to come back and to trust me, he doesn't know what trust is. He doesn't know what that is. He wasn't programmed to know what trust is. So he did the same thing he did to everybody else. He killed them because he thought he was lying to him. He didn't know what trust was. Now, saying all of that, yo, I've been seeing all the little memes about Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like some Jeffrey Dahmer Halloween costumes this Halloween and all of that. Because everything's just a big-ass joke to all you people. Try to understand somebody's upbringing before you try to judge them. You don't know what they went through. You don't know what their life experiences are. You don't know what they're currently going through. You don't know what their programming is as a kid. You don't know. It even say it in the Bible to not judge nobody. You know why it says that? Because you literally don't know how somebody was brought up. You have no right to judge them. You have no right. You don't. Now, us being human beings and the society that we were put in, we've been conditioned to make fun of the oddballs out. We've been conditioned to do that. But at the end of the day, something I've learned, and y'all can take this however you want to take it, the actual bad people are the ones who all fit in. Because you all have accepted the exact same ideology as each other. That is dangerous. Like I explained before, you ever notice how it's only like 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 zombie survivors, zombie hunters, and then it's hundreds of thousands of millions of zombies? I told you, this whole video gonna connect to itself, y'all. This whole video gonna connect to itself. Everybody who thinks exactly the same and fits in, you're the dangerous ones. I've learned that. Now, I'm not saying be a Jeffrey Dahmer and go killing people, because nah, bro, you tripping. Calm down. That whole cannibalism thing and all that, I don't know what he got. I told you, he programmed himself to think that was okay. He said, I knew what I was doing wasn't okay, but he didn't care because he didn't have the emotions to care about it. He wasn't programmed with them. So everybody who watching this video, I'm pretty sure you got enough common sense not just go murdering people. I'm pretty sure you got enough common sense to do that, bro. And if you don't, I'm gonna tell you. Because everything is a program in this world, everything. So I'm gonna tell you, don't go murdering people. Don't go do that. Don't do that. But all that being said, yo, herd mentality is very dangerous. Very dangerous. If you don't know how to think for yourself, bro, that is dangerous. So that means you will literally believe and accept anything. That's exactly what that means. That's exactly what it means. That means you will believe and accept anything, even if it's complete bullshit. You're just accepting it because everybody else does, and because it'll help you fit in and have friends. So even if what you believe is complete bullshit, you just accept it because you got friends that do, because your family do, because your girlfriend do, because your boyfriend do, because your husband do, because your wife do, and that is dangerous. That's very dangerous, y'all. Learn to have proper discernment. Learn to research stuff for yourself. Because we literally got the internet, y'all. It's literally the infinite access to information and knowledge, but people don't use it. There's literally a force present on this planet that wants people to be smart, and there's a force present on this planet that wants people to be stupid. You need to consciously choose which side you on. Y'all be easy.